Alright folks, what's the crack, and welcome back to the final moments of the Elimination Chamber here, the final Raw pay-per-view before WrestleMania. Balor's just gone, Strowman's been eliminating everybody. Poor Balor's just got eliminated. Unlucky Finn, unlucky Son. Prediction time. It's gonna be Reigns, obviously, because Vince has a hard-on for his big sweaty man, doesn't he? It's Rollins and Reigns versus Strowman here. With a bit of luck, it won't be Reigns, but I mean, just let Strowman and Lesnar go at it at WrestleMania. Put the belt on Strowman. That will never happen. They've already done Strowman v Lesnar. It's going to be a fourth WrestleMania main event and a win for Roman Reigns. 31, 32, 33, 34. The Rock hasn't done that. Stone Cold hasn't done that. I don't know if Hogan has even done that. Reigns will do that. And it breaks me heart a little, man, that this bastard is still bleeding. 4 WrestleMania main events with beating Triple H, beating The Undertaker, and will beat Brock Lesnar. Just piss off, Reigns. It's actually been a decent match so far. I had high expectations for it. It hasn't really met those expectations. There's been a few good spots. I liked all the finishers on Strowman. That was pretty good. Throwing Miz out the top, that was decent. As the overall pay-per-view itself, women's match was okay, nothing spectacular. Good to see Asuka beat Nia Jax, because I was afraid they'd do something dodgy there. Rollins turns on Reigns, good stuff. Cesaro, Sheamus, par for the course. Of course they were going to win. The Ronda Rousey segment was a bit of a cringe at times, but they got there in the end, and it turned out somewhat okay. But it was a bit hard to watch that, wasn't it? Poor old Ronda. She tries her heart out. She has the oh, hang on. There's the buckle bomb. Of course, I was just gonna say, he always no-sells that buckle bomb, man. It does my tits in. But Ronda Rousey, she needs to learn how to project her voice. It's all well and good being humble and being she's normal. She's not a wrestler. So she needs someone to either talk for her or learn how to project your voice. That's all. And they're going for the Triple H Stephanie thing at WrestleMania, which is okay. Look at 3 years of Ronda Rousey's. Plenty of time for plenty of matches. But let's just get to the end of this, huh? Feckin' Reigns, man. So Strowman has eliminated everybody so far with the same move, that being Balor, Miz, Cena and Elias. But the man who was in the form of his life, Rollins, is still in the match. Rollins has been in the form of his life after the Iron Man match. What a performance. A lot of people are taking notice again of how good Rollins is. Not that you should have forgotten, of course, but he just somehow dropped Strowman outside. It's a pity. The old school version of me, I miss the old steel grates. It's the only kind of thing that makes you go, ooh, that might have hurt. Now they've got pads out there, and it's like, meh, you've taken away like 50% of the chamber's danger. Here goes Rollins. He was always going to do something mad, wasn't he? Oh, he hits it. Will that do it though? No, of course it won't. Of course it won't. It will go down to Strowman and Reigns, because of course Reigns has to beat Strowman to get to Lesnar, because reasons. In fairness, that was a beautiful frog splash from very high up. Pinpoint by Rollins. Very nice. While we're here waiting for something to happen, oh, they're going to try and lift it for the shield bomb. Leave a comment, lads, if you like the video. If you dislike it, leave a comment. Either way, I'll try to reply to as many as I can. I love the back and forth. So leave a comment and I'll probably get back to you. We'll see what the crack is. And if you like the video, you know where all the buttons are, lads. You don't need me to tell you that. Nice kick by Rollins. Now we need to see a big double foot curb stomp. Doing 2 feet. And there he caught him and he's down, and that's the end of Rollins. How do you feel about this, guys? How does it make you feel that the ending to this pay-per-view is obvious as fuck, with Reigns winning, which means in turn that the ending to WrestleMania, the biggest show of the year, is so obvious as well? It's gonna be another Reigns win, holding the belt with the fireworks going off at the end. Is it just me, or do you too want a WrestleMania that you don't know how it's gonna end? 32, 33 and now 34, we have all known how that show was going to end. The biggest show of the year. That's not how it should go. I forget what it feels like to go into a WrestleMania not knowing what's going to happen. That was like Daniel Bryan 4 or 5 years ago. I miss that feeling, man. I want it back. Hopefully next year they can get it right and actually give us a WrestleMania where we don't know how it's going to end. And maybe the ending will also be potentially a good ending where the fans will go, yes, a good ending. And not a, boo, another bleeding Roman Reigns, like. And here we go. Strowman versus Roman. It's just another roadblock on the coronation of Roman as the new king. 4 years in the making. They couldn't get it right at 32. They gave him Undertaker at 33 just to build that heat up and the hate up. And now they're going to give him Lesnar at 34, and we're all going to go and just have to suck it up and deal with it. And it sucks, man. Trump is the president, Reigns will be champion. 2018 is going to be shit, lads. I was expecting Strowman to go through. He's the big enough one. He will just flatten those little plexiglass things in a second. Just... I'm basically just waiting for the inevitable here, aren't we? We're waiting for the inevitable. Come on, Strowman. Well, can we get some lights out? Can we get some... Who could come out? Who could debut here to save us? The Y2J, save us, man. Oh, I've never seen this one coming. Superman punch. Who is in the corner? Spear. Oh my god, Reigns is going to WrestleMania. It's so obvious. Okay, no, it's not. I'm not going to even try to get my hopes up here. I'm not even going to allow my hopes to even... Another punch off the ropes. Boom, boom, bish, bosh, ping pong. There's your spear. Roman bleeding Reigns. Oh, it's going to be another one, is it? Bounce off this rope, bounce off this rope. I was going to go another one. Fucking bollocks, man. It's so obvious. It's so boring. It's so not what we want. If it didn't work 2 years ago, Vince, it's not going to work now. If it didn't work last year, it's not going to work now. If it's not going to work this year, it's not going to work next year. Stop shoving Roman Reigns down our fucking throat, Vince. Of course, they keep Strowman strong by him eliminating everybody. Which is okay to a point, but I mean, when it's inevitable, it's just boring and pointless. You're just waiting for that 1, 2, 3 pinfall. Even the finish wasn't... I didn't really buy into the finish, man. It was just, meh, Reigns with a spear. Oh, there's another spear. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be that. No excitement. Fuck you. Fuck Vince. For every one decision that you do that we enjoy, you put out about 9 or 10 decisions that we hate. The main event that nobody asked for is the main event that we're going to get, and the main event that nobody cares about. Maybe if you're 6 years old and you like Roman Reigns, or you're a woman, maybe you want this to happen. But if you're a wrestling fan, do you really want Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar? Elimination Chamber was meh. The men's match was grand, I suppose. No big storylines coming out of it, except for, of course, the Ronda Rousey thing. And of course Strowman gets his heat back. Of course he does, because you can't go off the air without Strowman retaining some of his heat. He can't be beaten like that without getting something back. And now we go to Fastlane, and then we're on to WrestleMania. It will be much of the same at Fastlane as well, I'm guessing. Yep, Caesar up and down, yeah, who cares? It doesn't really matter that what's done is done. You just leave it alone and don't regret it, because sometimes some things turn into dumb things, and that's when you put Roman Reigns down. Limp Bizkit, huh? Any Limp Bizkit fans out there? It's just one of those days. All the power slams in the world don't make up for the fact that Roman Reigns is beating the unbeatable Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania to become your indefinite. There he goes. Yes, who cares? Like, just give it to Finn, man. Just give it to bleeding Finn, for fuck's sake. Jesus, bleeding Jesus. Alright, folks, we'll leave it there. So live. Reigns is going to WrestleMania. Don't bleeding care. Leave a comment if you like this, subscribe, you know where all the good stuff is. And I will see you at Fastlane. Peace.